Hello everybody, I am Duncan on Games and welcome back to episode 2 of our Let's Play Diablo 2, Project Diablo 2 with Let's Pally.
Good day.
Last time we got all the way through getting Deckard Cain, and today we're going to do our first and likely spend a lot of this episode hunting down the Countess. Now, truthfully, this is going to be pretty much most of this episode because I want to do several Countess runs, both for leveling up because I'm only level 9, and so that I can get some runes and gems and possibly some good stuff for this build to continue. So yeah, this first time through, we're going to go through and just try and get through the tower cellar. Not a crazy amount of work to do this, because, I mean, if you know the game, you know the game. You can pretty much figure out what direction the next door is going to be, so you just got to find where the idea of it could be. So this one was down towards the left, so it's going to be most likely on an upper right wall. Down to the, down in that area. I'm going to be picking up any scimitars I find, because I'm looking for a 2-socketed scimitar. Yeah, so this is where I was going, right here. Undead Ghost drains mana. I don't use mana at all this side, so it's going to be basically the same way. So we'll go down to the end of the hallway here, and it's probably going to be at the end of the hallway in a room to the right. Yeah. So in this case, I went straight to the end, because this is probably going to be a big looping area. Oh, amulet. Always pick up some early game items like that, and there she is. 1-socketed armor, not worth. And now we are on cellar level 5. Take out enemies, level up. Always good. Actually, I want to take that eagle orb because that eagle orb's cool. And I don't have to click on all the singular pieces of gold. You can just run through it and it picks it all up. Of course, we are running Holy Fire with a Vitality Man. I'm already at over 150 health, 160 health. Now, I do have a mixture of damage on my main weapon. Eld Tier Ral. That's actually a really good run for getting the 3 items I wanted. Yeah, now we're just gonna run around and...
I've earned the right to this abandoned trove.
Nice. Now, unfortunately, that just means that we're gonna do it again. Like I said, this episode's probably going to be mostly just me running back and forth doing Countess runs. I will be continuing. We'll be doing this for quite a while, and we'll probably continue some storyline afterwards. But for now, trash. Keep those trash. I hit level 10. Nice. If right click to put those away. Now, yeah, I'm only going to do probably 2 or 3 more Countess runs, because I'm looking to get an L and a Tal. L Tal F right now. Yeah, because I got Tier Eld Ral, so I'll need an L Tal and an F. As soon as I find those 3 items, I will be continuing the storyline. And yeah, that's just how that's going to go. I'm going to continue the storyline once I get those 3 specific runes. That's all I need. L Tal F. And unfortunately, right now, I'm not looking for much experience, so we're just gonna move through anything and everything I have to get where I'm going. And it's not super important. But I will, when it's big rooms like this, where I can just do 2 or 3 hits and clear a whole room. I mean, it makes sense to do that. Healing potion, Bardish, that's possibly 5,000 gold. Gold is worth it to pick up sometimes. Now, how much? Yeah. And yeah, so this is pretty much how it's going to be for the next little bit. Just running through, trying to level up, getting some experience, and hunting down a couple of runes that are important to my build. And it's not gonna be a long run or anything. It's just a couple of... It's 5 levels and it's not hard to get there. Large charm, healing potion. I have not used... Yeah, I haven't used a potion of... Or not a potion of a thing of teleport. Ooh, that's actually a not bad wolf head. It's not quite as good as the one my druid uses, but it's not bad. Alright. Towel. Okay, that's good. I'm also going to pick up the unique bolts or the rare bolts and stuff like that, because it might be better bolts for my mercenary. I will take that. That's quite a bit better. That's also going to be useful because that's another damage type getting added. Nope. And 1 to 5 fire damage, 1 cold damage. 1 cold damage. No, so that's not going to be any better for her because it doesn't do the fire damage and cold damage. While her bow does, what, poison damage? Fire, cold, poison? Yeah. Okay. That's nice. Yeah, I can just sell the Kara anything I don't need. Only 151, that's not as good as I was expecting, but it's still reasonable. And yeah, Tau rune, so I have Tier Tau Ral Eld. I'm looking for an F and an L. Which, unfortunately, I'm looking for 2 specific runes, but I will take pretty much any runes. And it's not like I will be damaged from not getting the runes I want. So yeah, we'll work our way through this, make our way upside. Ooh, another level. And 60 vitality gives us 180 health. That's awesome. Yay! Take down the enemies. And work our way. Yeah, I just looked over to make sure I was recording and wasn't streaming. Because it would suck if I didn't realize I was streaming right now and I was streaming. Scroll of identifies. I'll take those because I actually did use a couple of them. A little bit of gold. Well, speaking of it, probably do need to take my gold back here in a little bit because got a lot of it. Ooh. Okay, now I actually don't remember. I'm going to pull this up here. See, there's rare arrows. That's the thing. So I have charge is the next thing I can get here, which is charge is the next thing I could get, which is not bad. Truthfully. Charge is a good movement ability. It lets you move around really fast. Ooh. I forget. Shift Alt Tab. Change your keyboard. Is that 3? Nope. It's not good. 1. Toss that. That's not needed. Alright. Pick up the money. Tier Ral tier. Tier Ral. Unfortunate that I did not get the specific runes I was looking for. But you know what? Not that big of a deal. I'm gonna keep going. This way it's not a whole episode of nothing but me doing Countess runs. I'll end up doing Countess runs off screen or something. Ooh, socketed 2. It is socketed 2. That means I actually do... That means I do have to do another run or 2. Damn. Now the reason I have to do another run or 2 is because I need an L specifically for that's not worth anything. That's good money. You are better than that. And oh man. I don't want to sell you because you are FCR and AR. So I'm gonna hold off on that for now and just put you in my chest. All right. So yeah, I have L. I need to get an L rune. Because once I have an L rune, I'm going to be perfectly set because I'll have a scimitar with steel in it, and once I have a steel scimitar, we are good. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit weird, but yeah, we're going to be running this until I get an L rune, unfortunately. So it's probably going to be most of this episode, if not this whole episode now, that I'm doing that. So I'll probably just call this like sidetracked or something. Because we're not going to get any movement on the storyline or anything. Go ahead and pop that. Ooh, attack rating. AR is good. AR is very good. I mean, as a melee build, that's like the only stat that is, or one of the only limiting stats for the build. Rare this, rare that. Nothing else crazy. Not worth keeping. Yeah, I mean, it takes up space, but it's not really doing anything. Especially with the fact that I'm almost level 13. This is really where it becomes a question for a lot of stuff here. Yeah, no, it would be... If I took Holy Bolt, I could get Holy Light, which is not good. That's actually really cool. I'm kind of liking how Convention feels now. Huh. Okay, but yeah, for now we're going to run another point into Holy Fire because it's not worth doing anything until later. Healing potion, healing potion. Helicopter, helicopter. Take the ring. I'm going to pick up the money as I'm going through anyway. Nothing good. Not going to turn back around for that little bit of money. Sorry, I'm having to read my skills and stuff as I go because there's a lot of differences in skills that you, if you're not watching, you won't catch them. And I want to catch these skills. Spike clubs, stamina pot, healing potions. Don't need any of that. Because I actually kind of want to lower my healing potion stash. Yes, I am. Yours. F. Okay. We are now down to specifically wanting and needing an L room. I'm not going to worry about that because you're not going to die before I get out of here. Because I'm going to exit out in like a minute, so nothing is going to be doing enough damage to kill you. And you leveled up anyway, so why did it matter? It didn't matter. Awesome. And obviously pick up some money is super useful. I know it's not a lot of money because it's all in little stacks, but any money is good money. Let's pally. 45,000. I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a lot.
Hello.
Man. 45,000 in under a minute, or under 10 minutes. Now that Bloodheart Eagle Orb, FCR, Cold Enchant, want. And that's all nice. That's pretty nice. Mana after each kill, AR only, reduced physical damage. Yeah, that's all. That's all worth getting rid of right there. 65,000. Shift right click these guys out. Then hit those two. Ooh. Oh, that's a good change they did. Where your auras are still move at commands. That is awesome. I did not know that they did that. And there's not any good potions there. Nothing there. That was just money. Nice. No, I will take the potion up the scroll of identify, because identification is the best. Your papers, please. Alright. We're doing our thing. And making our way out downstairs. Level 3. Got 2 more levels to go. There's another round of elites. They're not like the super enemies, but they're elite-ish. Okay. We ain't got much to go. We ain't got much to go. Rejuve potion. Always want rejuve potions. Once I get my first item of power, Horizon Cube, I will definitely be using it. Level 4. And we got 1 more level to go after this. There's a charm. I like charms. Charms are super useful. And with this mod, you have basically half your inventory is dedicated to being able to use charms, so you still have a full original D2 inventory on top of having a full original D2 inventory of charms. But you can't use two full inventories of charms because the charms only work in the bottom half of your inventory, which is a really good way to make it where the charms aren't like guaranteed to be usable or aren't amazing, too overpowered or anything, because it still uses your actual inventory Or because you can't use double the charms to be doing stuff that you can't normally do. Really? All the F's in the world. And I just want a freaking L. Alright.
Good to see you.
Identify my items. Charcy will sell me gear. Or buy my gear.
What you need?
Holy bolt, no need. Charged bolt. That's not bad. Those, and then yeah, the rest of the stuff goes to my inventory. Alright, well, it does stack. Thankfully. Now I also know that once you get up past flawless and perfect gems also stack, so there's a lot of reason to keep gems and stuff. It's just a lot of gems that do a lot of work. Alright, I think my lawnmower is going to be here shortly. Or that was originally the plan, was have my lawnmower supposed to come today. And I hear lawn mowing, but I don't think it's at my house yet. And that's not that bad. It's not hard to do. Okay, so we're gonna make our way down the direction here. Nothing good. Make our way around the third level. Not gonna go back for 42 gold. I will say I'm reaching the point now where my damage is high enough that I no longer... Oh, he's definitely here. Yep. Sorry, my lawnmower is here. So you probably will hear some mowing happening off and on throughout this and probably the next episode. So yeah, this is pretty much how it goes. All I'm trying to do is get an L, and I'll end this episode once we get our L and build the thing I want to build. Because that's the point, is I want to build the thing I want to build. And once I do so, it will be very... You hit a thing. Once I do so, I'll be very much up from where I was before. Give me 1 second, folks. Yeah, he's definitely here, and he hit something a second ago, and I had to see what it was. Alright, now, here's hoping we get our L on this run, so I can call that an episode. Get our L and build the steel item I want to use. Because once I have that, that's basically the epitome of what I want. Neff L. You know what? I will take a Neff as well, because Neff is a higher level, or I don't even know if it's a higher level. Neff is a 13 as well. Oh yeah, because it's tier that's this. Wait. Neff tier is Nadir. And I have enough tiers I can do it. And then this is my L. Neff tier, tier L. My scimitar, tier L. Steel. Doesn't do very much damage, it looks like, but this is... So it's slightly lower damage, but that's just because of the poison. It is going to be better. Absolutely better than my short sword here that was gemmed. But, oh no, I'm in town. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to go ahead and use cane. And I'm going to hunt down and see if I can find myself a two-socketed helm. Yeah, I'll use that. And that over that. So that. So that. So that. That's not really valuable. So that. So that. I mean, that's... There's a lot of stuff here. I'm going to have to go through and clear my gems eventually. Obviously, I'm not planning on having infinite gems or anything. But let's go ahead and go see if Geed happens to have a position or have a helm that I can use. Now, the thing is, I'm going to run outside and run back in. It's going to reset inventories. Because that's the whole point, is once you go out and back in, it resets inventory. I don't care about that. I want to check for a helm from Charcy or Geed, because either of them may have a two-socketed helm. And that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go back and forth for a second and get a two-socketed helm. Because once I have a two-socketed helm, okay, that's better. Because I'm going to get a nadir helm, a Nef tier. Because that gives me enhanced defense, increased defense against missile, +5 to strength, +5 mana after each kill. Reduces my gold from monsters, which is fine, because I don't need gold. Cloak of Shadows. And that's about it. I mean, that's increased defense and defense versus missiles and strength is what I'm wanting on this. Because it's just better than the cap of energy. Sell the cap of energy. That was nearly destroyed because it was a ethereal item. And yeah. I'm also gonna have to get rid of those. Oh no, those repair. Those are not very good though. I'll see if I can find better boots in a bit. Better boots are gonna be better than those. But with that done, I think that will be a good episode for the day.
Stay a while.
And I will see you all next time.